This is Kevin Mayo, and today we're drinking Treehouse Brewing Sssappp, which is sap with a couple of extra S's and a couple extra P's on it. It is an American IPA, 7% alcohol by volume. Today is January 12th. It was canned on the 11th. I picked it up today when I was out visiting, and so now we're going to do a quick review on it. So Sssappp, well, first of all, everybody knows Treehouse. I mean, they're probably the #1 beer destination in the world. The place is busy all the time. They used to start in a little shed. I can remember going to the little shed and just all you could get was a growler. Usually they'd have Tornado and one other beer on. And then they went across the street, and then they've gone up the road to Charlton. Have not been to Charlton. This is my first time to Charlton. They've been there over a year. It's that much further away, and the lines were that much more crazy, so I hadn't really been there. So it's the first time I've had a Treehouse beer. Well, it's not the first time I had a Treehouse beer. It's the first time I reviewed a Treehouse beer in a while now. So anyway, Sssappp is on. It's one of their rotating beers that they have a lot, and this is a juiced up, or probably intentionally said use the word juice, but it's an amped up version of their sap. They've done more with the kettle boil on it. So anyway, let's give it a crack and see what we got. As always, if you like the reviews, please subscribe and go ahead and leave comments, and because we love talking about beer. Now, I don't normally look up what rate Beer Advocate have to say about particular beers, but I was trying to find out a little bit more about this beer earlier. What the Treehouse website has to say about it is basically what I just told you. It's amped up sap. So I just trying to see if I could find out a little bit more about it when I was Googling it, and that was about all that came up. And surprisingly enough, it doesn't have neither one of them have them highly rated. They're, they're both like 4 beers on those, or 4.36s, so I was really surprised. It wasn't, 112%, which is what most Treehouse beers are. So anyway, it is Treehouse. It's hazy, it's orange, can't see through it. It's a New England IPA. Oh, it's actually, I should say it's a New England Pale Ale all the way, because this is an American Pale Ale, right? Is that what we called it? Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry, American IPA. So it's a New England IPA all the way. Exactly what you'd expect. We've got about 2 fingers of bright white head and hazy yellow beer. Let's do the aroma. Orange juice. Got a little bit of pine in there. A little bit of fresh cut grass. Definitely orange juice though. So, let's go ahead and give it a taste. It's kind of mellow and laid back. It's got a little sweetness, kind of finishes a little sweet. Up front, I get a little astringency, a little bit of pine, almost pine needle more than pine. It finishes a little bit bitter, finishes a little dry. It's got that smooth mouthfeel you expect from it. I'm trying to see if I can dig out any of the tropical fruit flavors that you typically get. I'm not getting a lot of that. I'm getting a little bit of it. And maybe a little bit of pineapple in the background. Maybe a little bit of mango in the sweetness. I said it finishes kind of sweet. It's kind of, again, everything's a little bit subtle on this. It's not a big pow, punch you in the face. And here's what it is. Here's why I really like it. To me, it's really, really super drinkable because it is laid back, subdued. It's got a lot of the good things going for it, but it's not over the top. I sometimes think we get a little bit of palate fatigue with some of these New England IPAs. To me, this is really, really delicious, really drinkable. quaffable, to use an old word that I haven't used in a long time. So I wouldn't call it crushable or sessionable because it's 7%. Yeah, no, I quite like it. I wouldn't rave about it, but this is more of a, rather than chase the next great IPA, this is one I want to go to Treehouse. I want to stock it, put it in my fridge, and that's what I'm going to drink for a couple of weeks. It's really going to go. Or to put it another way, I'm going to sit down and watch the Patriots tomorrow, and this would be a great beer to sit and watch the game with. So, score-wise, again, it's not as exciting as some of the other beers, so I'm thinking about my score. I'm going to score it a little lower, but I guess score-wise, it would still. I'm kind of in line with where Rate Beer and those guys are coming up with. I would say 88 out of 100. But on the other end of the scale, I think I would be more apt to buy and drink this than some of the other beers with the higher scores because it's just so drinkable. Cheers.